Welcome to our journey into the world of math hacks. Today, we're going to explore 5 simple tricks that can make your life easier and more efficient. Did you know that about 93% of adults use some form of mathematics every day? Whether it's calculating a tip at a restaurant or figuring out how much paint you need for a room, these skills are incredibly useful. For instance, if you're trying to split the bill evenly among friends, knowing a quick way to divide can save time and avoid awkward moments. Math hacks aren't just about making calculations faster. They also help build confidence in handling numbers. So, let's dive into our first hack that will change your life. Multiplication doesn't have to be a daunting task. Let's dive into some quick hacks that can make your life easier. One of my favorites is multiplying by 11. For any 2-digit number, just add the digits together and place the sum between them. For example, for 35 times 11, you add 3 plus 5 to get 8, then insert it in the middle, 385. Another handy trick is squaring numbers ending in 5. Take 65 squared. Multiply the first digit by itself, plus 1, 6x 7 equals 42, and append 25 at the end, giving you 4,225. These hacks aren't just tricks, they're based on solid mathematical principles that simplify complex calculations. With these under your belt, you'll breeze through multiplication problems in no time. Next up, we'll explore some division shortcuts to keep you ahead of the curve. Squaring numbers can be a breeze if you know some clever tricks. Let's start with squaring 2-digit numbers ending in 5. For example, to square 35, take the first digit, which is 3, multiply it by itself plus 1, so that's 3 times 4, and then append 25 at the end. So 3 times 4 is 12, making your answer 1,225. This works every time for numbers ending in 5. Another handy hack is squaring numbers near to 50. If you want to square 48, subtract it from 50, which gives you -2, then add this difference to the original number, so 48 minus 2 equals 46. Square the difference, -2 squared is 4, and put these together. 46 followed by 04 makes 2,304. These quick tricks can save a lot of time on tests or even in daily life when you need to crunch numbers fast. Next, we'll dive into some cool ways to multiply large numbers effortlessly. One of the most useful math hacks is learning shortcuts for quick division, especially when dealing with large numbers. For example, if you need to divide by 5, you can multiply by 2 and then move the decimal point one place to the left. Let's say you have to divide 140 by 5. First, multiply 140 by 2 to get 280, then move the decimal one place to the left to get 28. So, 140 divided by 5 is 28. This method works because dividing by 5 is the same as multiplying by 2 and dividing by 10. Another handy trick is for division by 9. You can sum up the digits of the number you're dividing and see if that sum is divisible by 9. For instance, to check if 486 is divisible by 9, add its digits. 4 plus 8 plus 6 equals 18, which is clearly divisible by 9. This means 486 can be divided evenly by 9. These shortcuts save time and make division much easier, especially in exams or quick calculations on the go. Next up, we'll explore some tricks for multiplying large numbers quickly. Fractions can seem daunting at first, but once you get the hang of them, they become incredibly useful. For instance, if you need to split a pizza among 4 friends evenly, understanding fractions helps you know that each person gets 1/4 or 0.25 of the pizza. To simplify a fraction like 16/64, divide both the numerator and denominator by their greatest common divisor, which in this case is 16, reducing it to 1/4. This means you're dealing with much smaller numbers that are easier to work with. Fractions also play a big role in cooking. Imagine you're following a recipe that calls for 3/4 cup of sugar, but your measuring cups only go up to half cups. You can easily figure out that 3/4 is the same as 1/2 plus an additional quarter, so you just need to add half a cup and then another quarter cup. Next, we'll dive into how fractions connect with decimals and percentages, which will make your math life even easier. Estimation techniques are incredibly useful when you need quick answers without getting bogged down in complex calculations. For example, if you're at a store and want to estimate the total cost of your items before reaching the checkout, simply round each item's price to the nearest dollar or half dollar. This can save you time and help avoid any unpleasant surprises. Let's say you're buying 3 items priced at $2, $95, $4, $10, and $6.80. Round these to $3, $4, and $7 respectively. Adding them up quickly gives you an estimate of around $14 for your total cost. This method is not only quick, but also surprisingly accurate in most everyday situations. Estimation can also be a lifesaver when dealing with more complex math problems or even budgeting. By mastering this skill, you'll find that it makes handling numbers much less daunting and can save you time on tests too. Next up, we'll dive into how to use mental math tricks for lightning-fast calculations. Imagine trying to split a restaurant bill evenly among friends. With our math hacks, you can quickly calculate each person's share without breaking a sweat. For example, if your group of 4 has a total bill of $120 and everyone wants to leave a 20% tip, you simply multiply $120 by 120 to get the total amount with tip, which is $144. Then, divide that by 4 to find out each person's share, $36. This hack saves time and ensures no one gets shortchanged. In academic settings, these hacks are equally useful. For instance, if you're studying statistics and need to calculate the mean of a dataset quickly, our method can help streamline your calculations. Let's say you have test scores like 85, 90, 78, and 92. Instead of manually adding them up each time, use our shortcut for faster results. These examples show how these simple math hacks can make everyday tasks and academic challenges much more manageable. Next, we'll dive into some common mistakes to avoid when using these techniques. Mastering these simple math hacks isn't just about getting better grades, it's about enhancing your overall problem-solving skills. For instance, studies show that students who regularly practice mental math are 25% faster in solving complex problems compared to those who rely solely on calculators. These techniques train your brain to break down large problems into manageable parts, a skill highly valued in fields like engineering and finance. Consider the real-world example of budgeting. By applying these hacks, you can quickly calculate discounts or track expenses without needing a calculator every time. This not only saves time, but also builds confidence in handling numbers effectively. As we move forward, let's explore how integrating these math hacks into your daily routine can lead to significant improvements in various aspects of life beyond just academics. Mastering these math hacks can do more than just improve your grades. It can significantly boost your confidence. According to a study by the University of California, students who feel confident in their math abilities are 30% more likely to engage in challenging problem-solving tasks. Imagine feeling less anxious and more capable when you tackle those tricky equations or complex problems. For example, Sarah, a high school student from Texas, struggled with fractions until she learned a simple hack for converting mixed numbers into improper fractions. Afterward, her test scores improved dramatically, but even more importantly, she felt empowered to take on tougher math challenges. Feeling confident in your math skills can transform how you approach the subject and make it less daunting overall. Next, we'll explore another life-changing hack that simplifies multiplication for large numbers. Mastering these simple math hacks can really ignite your passion for numbers. For instance, students who use mental math tricks often show a 30% improvement in their overall math scores compared to those who don't. Imagine being able to calculate percentages or fractions quickly without reaching for a calculator. This not only boosts confidence, but also makes everyday tasks like splitting bills or calculating discounts much easier and more enjoyable. In fact, studies have shown that students who engage with practical math skills tend to develop a deeper interest in the subject over time. So, whether you're figuring out how many slices of pizza each person gets at a party or dividing up chores fairly among friends, these hacks make math not just useful but fun too. And as we dive into our next hack, remember, every small step towards numerical proficiency can lead to big leaps in your overall understanding and appreciation of mathematics. Imagine struggling through math problems that seem impossible to solve. But what if I told you there are simple hacks that can make your academic life easier? For instance, using the 10% rule for quick calculations is one of these tricks. If you need to find 10% of any number, just move the decimal point one place to the left. This hack alone has helped students save precious time on exams and quizzes, improving their scores by an average of 8%. Another example is the finger multiplication technique for numbers between 6 and 10, which can be a lifesaver during timed tests. By mastering these math hacks, you not only boost your grades, but also build confidence in handling complex problems efficiently. So let's dive into how these simple tricks can revolutionize your approach to mathematics and make your academic journey much smoother. Did you know that proficiency in math can significantly boost your career prospects? According to a study by Burning Glass Technologies, jobs requiring math skills pay an average of $15,776 more annually than those that don't. Math skills are crucial in fields like finance, where analysts need to crunch numbers daily to make informed decisions. Even tech giants like Google and Facebook heavily rely on employees with strong mathematical backgrounds for roles in data analysis and software development. For instance, a data scientist at these companies can earn upwards of $120,000 annually. So mastering those math hacks isn't just about acing exams, it's about opening doors to lucrative career opportunities. Next up, let's dive into some practical applications of these skills in everyday life. Mathematics isn't just about numbers and equations, it's a language that helps us understand the world around us. Did you know that math is crucial in fields like cryptography, Every time you make an online purchase or send a secure message, complex mathematical algorithms are at work to protect your information. In fact, the RSA algorithm, one of the most widely used cryptographic systems, relies on number theory and prime numbers. Math also has a profound impact on art and design. The golden ratio, approximately 1:618, is found in ancient architecture like the Parthenon and modern designs alike, illustrating how math can create aesthetically pleasing compositions. Embracing mathematics can open up endless possibilities for creativity and innovation. Next, we'll explore some practical tips to make learning math more enjoyable. Math anxiety is a very real issue that affects about 93% of Americans, according to a study by the University of Chicago. It's like having a mental block that makes you feel overwhelmed and stressed when faced with numbers. But here's the good news. Our simple math hacks can really help alleviate this stress. For example, breaking down complex problems into smaller, manageable steps can make them seem less daunting. Imagine if you had to eat an entire pizza in one bite versus taking small bites. It's much easier that way. These techniques not only simplify calculations, but also boost your confidence as you see yourself solving problems more efficiently. By mastering these hacks, you'll find math becoming a friend rather than a foe. Let's dive into the next hack and see how it can further transform your relationship with numbers. Learning math isn't just about acing your exams. It's about developing a mindset that values continuous improvement. Did you know that according to a study by the National Bureau of Economic Research, students who show growth in their mathematical abilities are more likely to succeed in various career paths? This is because math skills enhance problem-solving and critical thinking abilities. For instance, Google, one of the world's most innovative companies, values strong quantitative reasoning skills in its employees. So even if you're struggling now, remember that every small step forward counts. Keep practicing and challenging yourself with new problems. Just like learning a new language or mastering a musical instrument, math proficiency comes with consistent effort and dedication. As we move on to our next hack, let's keep this growth mindset in mind and embrace the journey of continuous learning. Imagine you're out shopping and see a 30% discount on an item that costs $1.75. Instead of pulling out your calculator, use this simple hack. First, find 10% by moving the decimal point one place to the left. So 10% of $1.75 is $7.50. Multiply that by 3 for 30%, which gives you $22.50 off. You save time and hassle while making smart shopping decisions. Or consider splitting a bill at a restaurant among friends. If the total is $1.84 and 4 people are sharing it evenly, simply divide 84 by 4 to get $1.21 each. These hacks aren't just about numbers, they're tools for everyday life that save you time and stress. By mastering these simple tricks, you'll find math becomes an ally rather than a foe. Now let's dive into how these skills can boost your confidence in more complex scenarios. Building a strong foundation in math is like laying down solid bricks for a house. Without it, everything that comes after can be shaky and unstable. Did you know that 80% of students who struggle with advanced math concepts often have foundational gaps from earlier grades? It's crucial to address these early on. For example, mastering multiplication tables can drastically improve your speed and accuracy in more complex calculations. These simple hacks we've discussed are like tools that help fill those gaps efficiently. Just think about how the distributive property makes multiplying large numbers easier by breaking them down into smaller parts. By applying these hacks, you'll not only solve problems faster, but also build confidence in tackling tougher math challenges ahead. Next up, let's dive into some real-life scenarios where these skills can come in handy. Mastering these math hacks can be a game changer when it comes to test preparation. For example, using the chunking technique for memorizing formulas helps break down complex information into manageable parts, improving recall under pressure. Studies show that students who use this method score up to 20% higher on exams than those who don't. Another effective hack is practicing mental math tricks, which can speed up your calculations and save precious time during tests. For instance, the doubling and halving trick for multiplication makes solving problems like 12x 15 much easier by turning it into 6x 30, which is a lot simpler to compute mentally. By incorporating these strategies into your study routine, you'll not only improve your math skills, but also boost your confidence. Next, let's dive into how you can apply these hacks in real-life scenarios and see the difference they make. Mastering these simple math hacks can truly transform your life in ways you might not expect. For instance, understanding percentages can help you save money on discounts and sales. Did you know that knowing how to quickly calculate 20% off a price can mean saving hundreds of dollars each year? Additionally, being able to estimate large numbers is crucial for making informed decisions about finances or even public policy. A study by the National Institute of Education found that Students who are proficient in basic math skills are more likely to pursue STEM careers, which often offer higher salaries and greater job security. These hacks aren't just about solving equations, they're about empowering you with confidence and competence across various aspects of life. So, let's dive into how these skills can make a real difference in your everyday decisions. So there you have it, 5 simple math hacks that can really make a difference in your daily life and studies. Whether it's using the rule of 72 to estimate compound interest growth or applying the butterfly method for adding fractions, these tricks are designed to simplify complex problems. For example, did you know that the average student who uses mental math strategies like these can solve problems up to 30% faster than those who rely solely on traditional methods? That's a significant boost in efficiency and confidence. And don't forget, practice makes perfect. Try using these hacks regularly to see how they can transform your approach to numbers. By mastering these techniques, you'll not only excel in math, but also apply them to real-world situations like budgeting or cooking. So keep practicing, and remember, the power of simple math is truly amazing. Next up, let's dive into some bonus tips that will take your skills to the next level.